All right, well, good morning. Hope to get a couple hours in on this thing this morning. I don't think I'll be able to get a solid day. Well, I know I'm not going to be able to get a solid day in because we've got plans this afternoon. But I'll continue this video on to tomorrow. Tomorrow I hope to get in a solid day. First thing I'm going to do is clean up this shop. This shop is a disaster. I've got stuff all over the place. The floor is a mess. I need to organize some things. I really would like to get all the stuff off that other fab table over there so I can use it. Welders, cords, it's just a mess. I need to clean this up. I can't work like this. So after that, what I think I'm going to do, or what I got going on here, is I called Gearworks. I ordered a high pinion third member for the front axle. They're a month out. They're waiting on gear sets. However, they have a mock-up third member that they lend out to builders. So that would be perfect. So they're sending that to me. It should be here this afternoon. And I got some driveline parts. I got some tubing. I got a slip yoke. Got an opposite end yoke. 1350 U-joint. And I can make up a quick mock-up drive shaft. When I get that mock-up third member here, I can go ahead and bolt that in. I would like to do that before I proceed with anything here, especially on these upper links, because I have a feeling that this upper link is too low. In other words, the distance from the top of the axle housing here, right in here, to the bolt or the mount location on the link, I think that's too close together. I think that needs to be up higher. I just have a hunch because the high pinion 9, it comes out, that drive shaft comes out right in here. So I have a feeling that drive shaft is going to interfere with this. I just want to get that in there and test it out and make sure my theory is correct before I solidify these upper links. I already cut upper link tabs here, which is unfortunate. I got a little ahead of myself, but that's okay. Maybe I can use these upper link tabs on another project if they don't work for this. I just have a feeling they won't work for this. So that's what we'll do. Need to get this shop cleaned up and then we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Here's a shop cleanup cheat code. You get one of these 22-inch floor magnet sweepers from Harbor Freight. And all your grinder dust. Kind of hard to tell because it's so messy in here, but real easy to clean it up with one of these. That way you're not sweeping and kicking up the dust and having to breathe it in. Works like a champ. Look at that. There's your pro tip for you. don't know if you guys are, but I'm tired of tripping. I got tired of tripping over these jack stands all over the place. So those jack stands go here. And did you know that I sell the design file, the DXF design file for these on the website, on the Tack One Fab website? Yeah, I'll stick a link up here. And you can go on there and you can buy the actual design file. And if you've got a plasma table or know somebody with a plasma table, you can cut out your own. Well, good morning. It's new morning. Look what showed up yesterday. It's like Christmas. I'm gonna get this opened up, see what we have in here. I'm pretty sure, well, I know this is the mock-up high pinion third member, so we'll get this opened up and try to put it on the front axle. Here we go. Okay, figure out how to get into this puzzle. Sweet. Well, and so it goes. Like I had already suspected, these upper link mounts are a little bit too low. There's probably about a ½ inch of clearance between that upper link and the drive shaft yoke. I think what I need to do is I need to roll these lowers down a little bit, raise these up top of the axle a little bit, and then comes the next task of snaking a drive shaft through there alongside the engine and still figure out a way to mount the engine, motor mounts up in here somewhere, while working around the headers. This is where it gets interesting. There's lots of pieces to the puzzle here. So, all right, well, we got that bolted up. Now I can kind of see what I'm up against. I think I get that mock-up drive shaft put together. Strap it to the yoke here. Throw that in the mix and see if we can get all kinds of confused. Here we go. All right, well, this is where we're at. I have these upper links just tacked in. This one is taller than that one, which is okay. I just need something on there to flex out the axle and make sure the drive shaft and the high pinion is happy. I have a feeling this isn't tall enough right now for that high pinion. So what I have is I've just got a temporary drive shaft, just sort of, it's zip tied in there right now. You can see how close it is to this upper link. And I have a feeling that when the suspension gets flexed out, in other words, when this side stays at bump and that side gets drooped out, this is going to end up in this link. So I think I'm going to have to make these upper links a little bit taller, which is okay because I have plenty of room through my little window here where the links run. The other thing is the motor mounts. So I'm going to have to figure out approximate engine placement, and I want to get some motor mounts sort of tacked in here before I pull this motor off the chassis table. So I'm going to work on motor mounts now, get this engine sort of centered up in here, make sure it's happy where it is, and then I'm going to go, and what I need to do is I need to slide the whole chassis forward on the table so that I can droop out this front end and droop out the suspension and see what it does. So, but before I do that, I want to work on those motor mounts, and then I can pull this motor out of there and sort of go from there. So anyway, yeah, lots more to think about now that I have this mock-up third member in here. Driveline angles, making sure everything clears. It's a lot going on. So that high Pinion9 is really high. It's a lot higher than a Dana 60, which is the only thing I have experience with up until now. So, and I knew this was coming. I had an idea. That's why I didn't do anything permanent or semi-permanent here on these upper link mounts. So, all right, here we go. Well, what you don't see in a lot of these videos is, and what you probably won't see with TV magic, is the amount of time that you spend standing around and contemplating over your design. You have a picture in your head of what you want to do, and then things don't always kind of come together. So you spend a lot of time standing around figuring, and I did a lot of that today. And here, what I'm doing is cutting out the motor mount plates on the plasma table, and this tool is invaluable for what I'm doing. I'm very thankful that I have this plasma table, but some days it fights you. And here at the end, you'll see I have our auto height set on the torch, and it comes off the plate because the pierce point was in the wrong spot or something, and the torch dives, moves the plate all over the table. And at that point, I just decided to call it a day. I was a little bit frustrated with a few things, and when you're frustrated, just hang up your hat, come back the next day, because nothing good is going to come when you're frustrated. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Didn't really get a lot done. This is probably the least amount I've gotten done in any video, but that's all right. We went to a birthday party yesterday for my buddy, and my head's a little bit sore today, so I'm just not really feeling it. But we did manage to get the third member mocked up. We got a drive shaft mocked up. I need to order a carrier bearing, and I got motor mount plates cut out. I got the wrong bush sleeves. I don't know if I ordered the wrong ones again or if they sent me the wrong ones. Hopefully they just sent me the wrong ones, because these are too narrow. So I got to look into that. And yeah, so I need to lift this motor up. I think I'm going to save that for next episode. I'm going to lift the motor up just a little bit, get it in its final height, make sure I am good front to back, and then work on these motor mounts, getting those tacked in. Then again, like I said, I can move this thing forward and we can start flexing out the front suspension and making sure drive shaft angles and links are happy. But man, it sure looks cool with a carrier in it. Really, I'm really happy that Gearworks has a mock-up carrier that they lent me, and that's going to make things a lot easier. I don't have to worry about getting the real one all messed up, weld spatter and things like that. So anyway, so that'll be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, get on the website, buy some swag, pick up one of these mock-up transfer cases, and we'll see you next time.